Are you struggling to make profits trading cryptocurrencies and tired of wasting money on trading classes that don't deliver results? We've got a solution for you. Our trading AI has been developed by a seasoned trader from Switzerland and has been tested over years to help you make successful trades. All you need to do is sign up with Bybit using the link below, and you'll receive free money on your first deposit as well as reduced trading fees. Once you're set up, you can effortlessly copy the trading bots with just one click. Our AI currently has a 100% win rate and generates over 15% ROI per month, and we're confident you'll see the results for yourself. Don't believe us? Try it out for free by following the links in the description and see for yourself. Sign up now and take your trading game to the next level. A staggering 1 billion Shiba Inu were burned in the previous week, and the price of Shiba Inu is currently in the green. These are some major things to look at right now. First of all, if you haven't noticed, the market is certainly in a frenzy right now. With so many warnings being released today, you won't want to miss anything. And we anticipate that Bitcoin will surpass $30,000. Thus, I'm sharing our complete list of alternative currencies. You'll be shocked at how undervalued some of them are. Let's now discuss what is happening. This is quite significant. Now I want to go on to some material that I believe could be really helpful to you. Just to get everything in your head. There are chances available right now that a lot of people are unaware of. And for them, it's kind of a bummer. However, for those of us who have invested in cryptocurrencies, particularly those who have held for longer than a few months, as well as anyone who is brand new, you got to really do your research and start learning and picking up. But for those of you who have been in cryptocurrencies for a little while, especially those who have held for longer than a few months, you're in a really good position. You know that there has been a lot of volatility in the cryptocurrency market recently, let's say for more than the last 3 months. If you have invested in the last year, you have especially experienced some irrational volatility. Thus, you should find this to be pretty simple. There is therefore no justification why we shouldn't be profitable. The hourly update, though, is right here. So far, everything appears to be in order. Tokens burned. In the past week, more than 1 billion tokens have been burned. That's fantastic. Also, I just desire to observe billions of burns per hour. And when it comes to Shibarium, we'll see that. To explain why Shibarium would burn tokens, let me briefly review the Shibarium documents that were recently made public. Shibarium is now in its beta phase, by the way. Yeah, it's now sort of in use while it undergoes testing. And it will shortly be time for the major network launch, where it actually goes live. I'm not sure if that occurs around the end of April or May, but it ought to happen shortly. But it's currently available for testing. And thus far, everything they predicted has happened, if not better. According to the documents they recently made public, 70% of every transaction would be converted to and then burned. Hence, using extremely conservative math, that works out to hundreds of trillions of tokens burned annually. And that's based on a small number of transactions. We can see even more, which would put us on track to hitting a cent. It would just be a sharp increase in price if Shibarium proves to be the success that we anticipate it would be. So, it's crucial that things go as planned. But you know what? It won't happen overnight. And if you don't know anything, it seems implausible. This is due to the fact that the launch of your Shibarium mainnet will not take place tomorrow. Following that, billions are burned, in an instant, and a week later you become a millionaire. It doesn't work that way. And those who think it will all happen in a week or less set themselves up for false expectations, which cause problems for them. If you are a fan of ping, you should consider the long term. I'm telling you this right now. I work in that field. As long as I'm making money, I don't really care if I make a ton of it today, tomorrow, or the following day. A long time. That's all that matters. We don't have to wait 30 years for this to work, of course. You'll see that it happens over time, but there are always possibilities to profit from particular altcoins all year long. You may therefore constantly be producing money, but the big money, millions and millions of dollars, retires early. It comes from investing in something and keeping it for a while. Shiba Inu has therefore been in my care almost from the beginning. And I haven't sold any of it. I've just kept holding onto it while prices fluctuate. I could care less. I'm not bothered by it. I am preserving 1 penny. I'm ready to carry that out. You may be aware that I invested in Bitcoin quite early. I had made an early sale. I sold too soon after I had bought again. Every night I have nightmares about what would have happened if I had continued to hold the Bitcoin I did for the past 10 years. If I had simply kept it when I first acquired it, I would have never sold it. I had no idea what I would have today. You know what, though? Sometimes you have to fail in order to succeed later. Ping is one of those tokens that I simply save for the long term. And it amazes me how some individuals, give up after holding it for a month or so before freaking out and selling it because they fear missing out or learning a lesson that will prevent them from losing money in the future. But this time, I'll do it for myself. Nevertheless, let me quickly show you a few items that should be brand new on the market right now. Dogecoin is currently pumping aggressively, so Bitcoin is currently looking nice at 22. And it's currently worth more than 10 cents, which is precisely what I predicted a few weeks ago when Dogecoin was almost worthless and worth less than half of what it is today. It will most likely move up toward the end of March, I added. Hey, I may have taken a week or so off, but now that April has begun, things are heating up. Thus, another justification for the need to consider the long term also in this area. So, have a look at that. It has increased to 10 cents and is looking fantastic. And as a result, Dogecoin is experiencing rapid growth. That furthers the mention of Shiba Inus. Shiba Inu prices are likewise rocketing straight up if you look at them. I predicted that would occur. Now it is taking place. If we want to participate in this at a discount, this is one of those things. And if it keeps rising, it follows that altcoins tied to Shiba Inu Shibarium will rise as well. As a result, I believe that one of them will rise in the near future. It's up, Right now, it's up 8%, but I believe it might rise even farther. The current market capitalization is roughly $6.9 million. I shall thus classify that as a micro-cap token. They support the Shiba Inu in some way. Newborns in a big way. In order to help burn up new tokens, purchase their token. As a result, I believe that one is underrated, and they do in fact burn a lot of Shibarium. So I really like that. I also had no confidence in them. I didn't believe they would burn the tokens when they first came out, and people started telling me about coil tokens. Yet, what they did stunned me. That's my truthful opinion then. Whenever I discuss a cryptocurrency, I'm always giving you my current, unfiltered opinion. I don't do sponsors, but many YouTubers who discuss cryptocurrencies do. Also, they receive payment from these businesses to discuss it. The issue with that is that they aren't allowed to give you their honest view if they are receiving payment. Instead, they are required to speak favorably of it. They always say things like, "Oh, this time is different," or whatever. I BS. Okay, I don't believe in sponsors. Even if you do one sponsor, you're completely selling out and you're taking away your freedom of speech. And to me, you're going to have to kill me before he takes my freedom of speech away. I will never give that up. I don't care how much money you give me, you can't steal my voice. Never. That's a factor that is significant. When it comes to cryptocurrency, be firm and committed to your principles. I believe this has a lot of worth. For everyone. Just be patient with us. The major issue is that. And I really comprehend the fear. A lot of people overreact. To think that I'm perfect would be nonsense because you still make mistakes. It's important to understand and learn from your mistakes because that's the biggest difference between a winner and a loser. And I was one of you guys a long time ago when I first got into cryptocurrency. I made all the mistakes, and I still make them today. Some people believe that winners perform flawlessly while losers, just make a bunch of mistakes. And that is completely untrue. You see, the distinction between a victor and a loser is that the former learns from their errors, while the latter does not. Hence, they simply continue making the errors. And once they achieve success, when a loser succeeds, they're not able to learn from the success, so they're unable to replicate it. A victor asserts, Alright, I did this. Let me do it again. Let me avoid doing this and refrain from doing that because I failed at it. Or allow me to slightly alter it. The most valuable thing, then, is learning and being able to adapt to your environment and learn from your failures. It certainly does sound very corny. That reminds me of something you could find on a tiny Instagram page. The quote is sort of inspirational, you know. Yet it's accurate. That is how it operates. And it's crucial to understand that, particularly with regard to cryptocurrencies. After all, what is the current major macro trend? Consider this. Do you recognize it? In essence, interest rates are what they are now, and they're trying to boost them to battle inflation. And as a result, it is having an impact on the market as a whole. But Bitcoin should be worth between $50,000 and $60,000 right now. It should be significantly higher than its previous all-time high of the 9th level, and it should have deleted zero where it currently is. And moving closer to a cent. These tokens ought to be there right now. However, everything has collapsed due to market uncertainties. You could be against it or you could be enthusiastic about it, like I am. When I look at the positive, I say, well, you know what? It gives us a chance to get in at a low price. In the market, there is undoubtedly a lot of volatility. I enjoy making fun of it. And occasionally it succeeds. Occasionally it doesn't. But occasionally it can result in enormous profits. Let's head outside. Let's earn some cash. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you guys.